I concur. Banishers rules. I also don't wonder why the hell this stream is going so slow. I'm not even playing a game on this computer. If I had to guess, it's entirely because of Edge right now.
To all, and to all, a good night. Guten Abend, good evening, everyone. It is I, Krampus.
Press A to start.
I actually killed
Press
Krampus
Y
in
to
this
switch profile.
last time we played. I forget. I think we're doing a Christmas event, but it's The Division 2. I wanted to play for funsies because The Division rules. Like, you know, why not? Hope you're all doing well. I will be gone all day tomorrow. I will be gone. I will be home, but unable to stream on Thursday, and you can blame Stranger Things. So, that show going live at 8 p.m. my time on Thursday evening means the typical Happy Halo Days stream just can't really happen, unfortunately. I apologize. Trust me, I really like doing it. It's been a fun tradition, but this year, for both Christmas and New Year's, good old shitbags Netflix have ruined it for everyone by giving us fun TV to watch. So, my apologies ahead of time. That's why I figured I've done 3 other ones throughout the week. So, you know, we'll call that. I'm sure I'll do some more. We've got Grubsmas all set. It'll be Nick and Jeff talking all the time. I'll be there in the background like always. John will be puking in his bed because he's been sick all week, because he's always sick, because he's got young kids. Oh, friggin' Krampus fluff. Yep, god damn it. So this is the holiday event. These crazy Krampus guys keep coming around trying to kill me. And then you kill a bunch of them, and then you get a bounty for killing old Saint Nick, who's a giant crazy guy with a chainsaw. It's very Division-y. They drop a lot of loot. It's neat. And thankfully, I've got my guy over here, the assaulty man, who just does oodles and noodles of damage. Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve for those of you that are in like the UK and beyond, brubs. Hope you're doing well. Hope you get everything you want. I've already kind of given the gift I was going to give to the missus, which was a cool little like galaxy projector from Govee. Because I knew she really wanted one. I was like, I can wait till Christmas and I can really poorly wrap it myself and it'll be cuter. But then it's a full week of not getting to use it. And we're adults and we just want to use things. It's very weird. I have a PR thing coming in from Pearl Abyss, which got stuck up in customs once it got here in America. And looking at it, it's like a... They had to declare what it is in customs, and it's like a backpack and stuff. I'm very interested to see. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't think it's going to get here tomorrow. But what is getting here tomorrow is the Red Dragon Magic Pro 11 phone. It'll be very fun to tinker around with and do some coverage on, because it is literally a gaming-focused phone. It has little haptic buttons on the top to use as triggers and whatnot. Like, it's actually an upgrade for me as far as the phone goes. I got an old Pixel 7, so it'll be interesting. And my Pixel 7 gets terrible reception around here, so even if that phone gets mediocre reception, it won't be that big of a difference. Hello, Fizz Viper, Nissa Hauer, the Cucumbo, SJ Dub, how y'all doing? I hope you're well. I don't need to go to bed early tonight, so maybe we'll go for a while. We'll hang out. We'll have some fun. We'll have some laughs. We'll shoot some Krampus guys up the butthole. Just gonna drop the lion eyes. Always. How many of these do I have? I think I have. Is that for the chatterbox? Might be for the chatterbox, and I've already got it. But I still grab it every time anyways. I don't know why. Yeah, so I'll be out tomorrow, doing some family stuff most of the day, and then I'll be home on Quitmas, but busy with the family. Lots of cooking, lots of stuff, so no Halo stream, unfortunately. I still would have done it if it wasn't for the second to last drop of Stranger Things hitting, which we always watch as a family. And then the exact same thing is going to happen on New Year's Eve, I think, so shoot out of luck for the streams I normally like to do. Unfortunately. And there's a lot of these Krampus guys on the streets of New York, or Washington. Oh, is that a big boy over there? No, it's just a little shield bitch. Die. Got him. Hit him with the rocket. I dare you. Okay, he's just going to shoot him. He doesn't have the rocket yet, I guess. There. That is this whole like little buddy system into the division. Works pretty well. These guys are pretty strong. Like, this guy does as much damage as me. He's just worse about actually shooting people. Like, I'm pretty good at seeing someone and shooting them. And he's always like running around like a moron before he shoots anybody.
He's not getting up.
Yeah, it is interesting being more internationally focused than I've ever been in my life, and very out of sync with Nick. Nick is pretty much always about a day ahead of us. But these very late streams are also great for all of our Australian brubs and Sallies. I forget what the heck they say. Sheila's. Yeah. Well, Brub is also European, so the Brits. I actually forget what it is for guys.
We wiped them out.
Yeah, I remember the Sheila. I just don't remember what boys are called. Min. From Australia. You're not from New Zealand. Oh, that's cool, Nissa. I am excited to try out that phone. My phone battery is not the best anymore. I've been careful about not overcharging it, but it's been, what, 3 years now? These things are not built to last. I do have to see how it is with T-Mobile as far as popping out a SIM, and do I have to go get another SIM card from them? I actually don't know. Knowing them, I probably will. Oh. Ah. Everything cracks. When you're my age. Oh, still need more food. I got the rest. Oh, more food. Were you food? No, you're not food. How about you? You're water? Food. Yeah, this is just like a review sample directly from Red Magic PR.
Hostage situation nearby.
So I'm not expecting it to have anything in it. And I'm gonna doubt that I'm able to just take my SIM card out of my phone and pop it in there like you used to be able to do. I know T-Mobile's always been weird about that. If they try and charge me $35 to activate it, I'm going to yell at them a lot. It's like, no, I'm not buying a phone from you. Shove your activation fee up your ass. Yeah. How important phones are. I don't want to try and, you know, pop the SIM card in a new phone and then have my old phone just not work anymore. That would be very bad. Phones are very necessary. Yeah, it always used to be you could just pop your... Because, yeah, the ones you get from them come with the SIM card. But, like, if you're bringing your own, I remember just being able to pop the SIM in there and it worked. It was very rare when I was selling cell phones at a freaking Sam's Club that I had to always give someone a new SIM card. It depended on the carrier. And I don't remember who generally needed it. I don't know that we had T-Mobile. I don't remember. Nope, you're just a box. Alright, that enough food? I have the Avatar DLC. And Avatar is right there, ready to go. I thought about it, but I was like, I reviewed Halo Edge of Dawn today, live on the site. You can go read it. The Fallout Episode 2 review is all written up and ready to go today. Ready for when the episode goes live. Spoiler review, don't read it unless you want to get spoiled, or you've already seen the episode. Then you just see if you agree with me. At which point I was like, I had thought about reviewing Returnal, and then I thought about reviewing that Avatar DLC, but both would be very late, no point in doing a video for either, so maybe next week. I quite liked the Avatar game, despite, in general, hating the IP. Absolutely cannot stand it. I thought the first two movies sucked. I have no interest in the third movie, which most people say is just a prettier retread of the second movie. I get why people want to go see them. They're very good looking. That's about all they got going for them. Those cat people look real stupid. But now instead of being all angry water people, they're angry fire kitten people. Very different movie. And Dr. Home, I already got you. Yeah, we've got all the originals down here in Florida, but we never go. A lot of money. And the kids are kind of grown out of it, so. I think the only time my son's gone to Orlando was to see his friend on his own. Living this close, we never really care to go. We did go to St. Augustine, thanks to the Mrs. Dad giving us money to get an Airbnb, and that was a lot of fun. How you doing over there? Dropping stuff? Wow. No, I just used it all for the brine. No more brown sugar. There's hardly any. It was like a half a cup. So the brine's not exactly what I was hoping for. What did you need brown sugar for? Oh. Oh. Yeah, there was like... That bag was almost empty. Hello, Mort. Hello, Noctis. How you doing? My man is very upset now. And it's probably your fault for not reminding us to get more brown sugar. I'm very low, I forgot. I'm in comfy mode. There we go. You can see my Extra Life t-shirt. One of 5. The last 2 have been the exact same. But they're also very nice, so I don't mind. Ask our gay neighbor. Bet you the neighbor has sugar. Yeah. Oh. Hey, buckaroo. I need some sugar. Make a kissy face. And you can tell it's the end of the year, and there's no news because every website's breaking out their Xbox dead editorials. Pretty much whenever you got a slow point, you pull out the old chestnut.
Detected.
Pretend it's worded differently than normal, even though it's pretty much the exact same as always. And instead of actually critiquing their strategy, you pretend like you don't understand it. Even though it's pretty easy to understand. Their hardware is too expensive, so they've stopped trying to get
We need you to secure a
it made,
skyscraper. This
essentially.
may take a while. Hope you cleared your schedule.
And they're letting the cost go into Asus, and so they're trying to sell the Xbox allies. That's about it. Caramelizing a bit. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll cover it in tinfoil. It's raining inside this building. I'm inside a skyscraper and it's raining. Or is that supposed to be snow? Well, it is. It's also new. Like, there are things to critique. You can say, I don't agree with it. I think it's silly, but I understand why, because the cost of hardware hasn't gone down, and so they're trying to not lose money with their margin play. Like, and I don't think that's great, but I understand it. Like, you don't have to make up arguments, and I think that's what gets me the most annoyed, is how much people just either refuse to understand how different the gaming industry is right now, or do know, but are fine lying about it and pretending like it's something difficult to understand. Like, you can just say it's stupid and you don't agree with it. I don't think many people would go like, oh my god, how dare you not agree with it? They'd be like, yeah, it's a new strategy. I have no idea if it's going to be smart or work. In. Oh, god damn it. Shut. Oh shit. Sorry, I can't hear you. I heard something bring brown sugar home. People were shooting. And you always wait to talk to me until I have a headset on. I heard that part because no one was shooting. Amanda likes waiting until I start doing something and have a headset on to start talking to me. Then she gets mad at me. What? Wow, now she's pretending she's always talking to me because she loves me. No. No, it's... No. Not a word. Even if they say yes, I'm going to pretend no. This is a directional mic, but essentially it's kind of pointed at where you were on a bounce. Because it's so much to the side, because I don't have it on my table.
I said I don't wait for Jesse to...
Kidding.
I don't wait for Jesse to have his headphones on, because I'm always talking to him, because I love him. Nope.
Hey, look. You had demon voice. Demon voice.
I love him!
Now be careful. There's a Activision Blizzard Press website that is making the claim that Microsoft's in the best position as a platform with how the gaming industry is changing, and I'm surprised that hasn't been picked up on at places like Reset because they love just absolutely shitting on everything they can. And then pretending that they're like positive and they love devs and they want to help things. They also want them all to lose their jobs because they hate the company they work for. Just go work for someone else. That's one thing I always hear is just go get a PlayStation, go to a Switch, go to a PC, just go somewhere else. Like, well, people have an Xbox and they have a bunch of games on Xbox. It is a big ask to tell them to just go somewhere else because Microsoft itself is a bad company. I get it. I get the boycott. But it is a big ask, and you have to respect that it is a big ask, and you can't just yell at people. Reset is a forum called Resetera, one of the worst places on the internet, bar none. They are to progressives like they like to think they are, but they are not. As to like conservatives are like Kiwi Farms, just worst of the worst people, really bad. But they think they're awesome. They think they're like fighting the man, fighting for change, and good people. And it's like, nope, you are garbage human beings. You are full of garbage. Big stinky doo-doo garbage people. Ow. Uh-oh, I'm on fire. Just a forum of the forum that the XboxEra community splintered off from because it was such a horrible place to try and talk about the platform. A place called Resetera. With some of the ow that hurt a lot. The worst moderation you could expect to ever find on the internet. It's very bad. Their moderators tend to lead the shittiest, most awful discussions. Don't you go behind me, that's cheating. I hate when they go behind. I'm gonna die, aren't I? I don't have a heal. Oh, they've mostly missed. One's down. Yeah, I made it. So, essentially, Reset Era spawned Xbox Era Fama boards and a whole bunch of other places that couldn't talk about anything on there because the mods and the community was so toxic and awful. And now you've got mainly a message board that has the same handful of people that just every time anything Xbox related comes up, they immediately just start a contextless thread, and then all the same people just come in, don't read the article, don't know what the story is about, but then just follow it up and just constantly shit on anything associated with the brand. They do a lot of performative bullshit. Like, you can't prove that you're not using something. You can't prove that you were using something. So when you go onto a forum, you're like, yeah, I had this, I got rid of it, I canceled my Game Pass, I sold my Xbox. It's like, you might have. You have absolutely no way of proving that to anyone, which is why it's so easy for you to just say it. So I couldn't give two shits if you say it. I 100% agree with anyone that wants to boycott Microsoft. And the only way you can really boycott them as a consumer is their very tiny consumer brands, which are, compared to everything else, they've got Xbox and Surface. That's about it. Everyone's like, I love Linux. I only use Linux. It's like, no, you don't. Linux sucks. Almost no one uses Linux. Linux doesn't gain adoption because Linux is a pain in the ass to get to work. That's just the way shit goes with Linux. Linux is not easy. Linux is not pick up and play. Yeah, that forum is just an awful place with some of the most toxic discourse you could imagine. Like, it's crazy how toxic they are. And they don't see it, which makes it a lot worse. And is one of the main reasons I would love to get Era out of our name. Like, don't want to be associated with those people at all. They suck. I'm sure there's some fine folks that still post on there. Like, it used to be a very big thing with tons of industry people, but most of them left because the moderation is so bad. So yeah. We've always talked about the renaming thing. It'd be so much work. Poor Pre-Drag would have to make so many more... Hey, thank you, Combo, for the $10. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to the best community on the gaming internet. Here's to many good times in the new year and hopefully a great Dev Direct. I agree. That's where the fun thing is that video games themselves have never been better, despite how rough the industry has been and how it treats the developers. The developers are doing the best work they ever had. And to celebrate that, we will have our best of the year coverage. Linux has some amazing uses, and without Linux, we wouldn't have modern phones, we wouldn't have our modern server backbones, and all these things. Linux is great for nerds. It's not great for regular users, for the most part. Yeah, to celebrate games and how amazing 2012 have been, I think it's starting Friday. We're going to have our Game of the Year stuff begin, and then go through next week. Like, it'll go all weekend, I think. So, my list is done, Nick's list is done, John's list is done, and no one else has done anything. So it's going to be a rush to the end like always. And if you go to the XboxEra forums, and on the website, there is a community vote that anyone can do. It's just built right into our website by Kat, because she's good like that. She put in a lot of effort. So if you want to vote for the community Game of the Year stuffs, that is up on the website right now. Yeah, being able to focus on positive next year would be great. It's really hard right now with how the industry covers everything. It's rough, man. You get attacked for liking stuff way too much. Like, I guess liking the wrong stuff, maybe? I don't know. I would like to be able to enjoy things and not be called a shill, but people seem to think that, like, good criticism can only be negative. That gets me a lot on stuff. The amount of people that they really think the only way you're a good critic is if you're an asshole who hates everything. It's not me. I have no idea if you can vote twice, Calzels. As it's community driven, I haven't done it because I already have my own vote for the staff one. I am very excited, though, speaking of Android and Linux systems, that Red Dragon, I'm going to have myself a haughty AI, woo-woo, ay-ya-ya lady assistant on my phone. Can't wait. Yeah, expect some a decent amount of hardware stuff in the new year. I don't know. I mean, this is the exact same chairs I've been using for 3 years. I can just point you directly at my review that I already made for Hayworth's Fern chair. I had the Halo X Hayworth Fern. The main difference being that the seat was leather. So if you're into a leather seat instead of a cloth one, that'll be more for you than what I'm using now. Okay, don't need that. Everyone's dead. I got the SteelSeries Arctis 7X headset they sent me. I'll be using a bunch. Early impressions are unbelievably high. Might be my favorite headset. It's not even their best one. But it's just really smart having a Bluetooth power on and a like console dongle power on. It is so goddamn smart. And it works so well if I just want to use it with my phone or my PC and not turn the Xbox on. And it sounds good. It's comfy. Very good first impressions on that. I still got to write up a review for this. The Victrix BFG Pro Reloaded. Probably my favorite controller. I have not used the Wolverine Pro V3 or the new Razer Rakishi ones yet, though. John's got a billion things to review physically from Razer. So yeah, we'll have lots of coverage going into the new year. We got Grubsmas on Saturday, then we've got a New Year's show following that. Following weekend, will be a look ahead to 2026. I'm sure, because there won't be any news to talk about really. So we'll go over everything we know is coming and what we hope to see and all that good stuff. And from there, we have way too many plans. Thankfully, thanks to Kevin S., we're already doing pretty good on the fundraising front, but we'll have a summer fundraiser for getting out to LA again. Probably try and get the Gamescom again. I know John can get the Gamescom, no problem. It's more of a problem for the rest of us because we're not right next to Germany like he is. And travel for me really sucked last year. I was not a fan of going to Frankfurt first and then taking a train up to Cologne. So. Oh yeah, if you didn't see, Kevin S. donated $1,515. Not donated, tipped. $1,515, kind of like the Cucumbo did $10 earlier. You know that Streamlabs link. Well, he went to that Streamlabs link and he handed us one hell of a Christmas present. So we're doing pretty good on the travel fund. I mean, it's like a tenth of what we need to get to both events, which tells you how much goddamn money those cost. Mainly because of the hotels more than flying. But yeah, that was crazy. We ate so many beans. Yeah, Kevin's always super busy, but when he's around, boy, do you know it. We are very lucky to have support from some of our crazy generous people out there with all the anything from $1 to whatever. It's all nuts. But it is the reason I can do streams. Like, instead of writing a bunch of SEO tonight, I can hang out, I can do a stream. I got $10 from Cucumbo. I call that a win. I don't have to stream, it's already freaking 10 o'clock, I just go to bed. And nope, this shit's fun. I like doing it. And I get to because of you guys, so thank you. It's just it's a fun place to hang out, I think. We generally do pretty good at not having the dumb console warring, which is exacerbated by the fact that we have everyone's least favorite platform in our name when it comes to covering stuff, because we just get left out. Like, we never get asked to do anyone else's Game of the Year lists or anything. Like, I'd like to think we're big enough and we know enough people, but no one ever asks us. I don't know, I've been on Giant Bomb like 13 times, and I've never been asked to do a list for them. Like, John was on this year, he's not asked. I guess we're not the best at networking. And we have a platform in our name, and I don't think that helps. But speaking of Giant Bomb, we will have one of its owners, Jeff Grubb, on this weekend. The question thread is already up on the Discord. And I think Nick made the forum post. I don't remember. If you have any questions for Jeff and Nick, feel free. or me. I'll be there. I won't be on camera. Won't be talking a ton. But I will be there. So, because I produce it, I have to be there. But Nick likes his weird tradition of keeping his two co-hosts off, because I guess he pretends he doesn't get to talk enough, even though that show is mostly just him talking every week, and then every week he pretends it's not. Hey Jay, how you doing? And the miss is just gonna wait and cook her yams tomorrow because she thinks her sister will have some brown sugar. Whoop-ah. These early floors are so low level. Still take a lot of damage, but I kill things very quickly. Oh, that's my guy. Sorry I was shooting you, friend. You're just kind of walking out in the middle. Yeah, I joke, like, people are like, all right, it's Christmas break. I'm like, what break? I got reviews to do. I got streams to host. I got a podcast to set up. A wizard is never late. It arrives precisely when he means to. You got nothing, you missed, idiot. Ow. Yeah, people tend to be real jerks in books compared to movies most of the time. Authors are angry people who write angry characters. Especially old books. Whew. Oh. Oof. Oof. Alright. I've still been getting a lot of emails this week. In case you did want to vote. I guess John heard me. He just posted the link in the chat. Well, there it is. You can click that. You can vote. Oh, man. Ah, there we go. Nice quick little scratch. Yeah. I got a lot of shit that I got a lot of physical things to catch up on reviews for. The last few months of the year, game release wise, were so bad to keep up. So hard, so rough from a keep up with standpoint that I fell behind pretty bad. No more hard-ons for the dad in the book. Always unfortunate. I did, in fact, write the word cock punch. Well, the words cock punch in my review of Certain Thing. That's coming out at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. I think it's the first time I've ever used that phrase in a review. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, I'll blow you up. And there's nothing left, not even a chunk. They're just gone after you do that to them. Yeah, shit, everyone's coming out. Save me, friend! Ah, fire bullets. Alright. Yeah, never-ending thank you to all the people who do the tips. They are enormously helpful, along with all of our patrons. Boop. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/XboxEra. Though we may be shifting over to a website-based thingy. We can figure it out. I have no idea how that would work. I know John's been looking at it, but don't know if anything's close on that. At which point, we wouldn't have to give up 11% to Patreon anymore. And that's the nice thing about the Streamlabs tips. It's just PayPal. So as long as you can PayPal, we get everything. You have no wasted fees. Every penny goes to us when you do the Streamlabs. Which is nice, because like super chats and all that type of stuff are cool and they're easy to do. So it never Or blame someone for doing them. But it's like 20 to 50% goes to YouTube most of the time, from what I remember. It's not great. And seeing, was that Reforged Gaming saying like his numbers are the worst they've been in a long time. It's like, yep, man, people get tired of the negativity grift. It's not the type of thing that can generally last forever. Select people that are that believably negative, or they kind of just trick, or their audience tricks them more than anything. Actually, their audience tricks them into thinking they know what they're talking about when they're being incessantly negative. Like when all they have as a critic is negativity, because negativity is easy. If that's all you've been doing for a long time, then your audience, like, you just have nothing but yes men. It's the Elon Musk effect. You just have people that only ever agree with you. I think no matter what you think about us, we definitely don't have an audience like that. Our audience loves making fun of us, especially Nick. He's very easy to make fun of, and he knows it. He plays it up. But a lot of times people will think like we're being super serial, and we're not. It is in joking. Jay, you've given plenty. I'm just talking about the philosophy behind stuff. And it's the tipping and the patrons that really let us do these streams, because yeah, they're not, oh, I have to go up. They're not like money makers on their face, which sucks because good journalism doesn't make money. Not that we're journalists, but like trying to be good at reviews isn't going to make you a lot of money generally, unless you get people to join a Patreon. Like, I haven't bet anything ever happened to this website. I guess I would try and start a Patreon, but I mean, it would just be me trying to get contacts within the industry again, or the ones I already have, but I'd have to like make a website myself with Squarespace or something. It's nearly impossible though. It would have to be a thing that people like that I do, so they pay me. Cool. Calzells with the $4. YouTube can take up to 50% from super chats. That sucks. I should try to see if anyone else that probably uses Streamlabs. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's kind of obfuscated. It's not super obvious. But YouTube takes a lot, but that is also in large part because YouTube does a lot. Like YouTube's video hosting is free. So kind of by default, I get it. I am not paying them a penny for them to host terabytes of data for XboxEra. So that's kind of why... Oh my god, show your fucking head, lady. That is why YouTube generally takes so much, because they are providing one hell of a service for free. But it's because we are also providing all of the content for their website. Like, YouTube doesn't have content without the people uploading. So there's that very, very obvious give and take. It's like, yeah, they might take a lot, but they provide a lot. But they have to provide a lot because we provide all of their content. So, what are you doing? Oh my god, show your head. You dingy broad. Kids are funny. Well, it's funny, Jeff. I've kind of found that giveaways don't really change anything. They're fun to do for the people that are there, but they never helped us grow. So I stopped doing them via... Like, we might get YouTube subs, but then you gained 50 today, and you lost 50 the moment the giveaway ended. It just... Yeah. Giveaways are just fun, and they feel nice. You feel good about doing them, but they're not a growth thing. Us growing via like a Patreon or something would probably end up being can we get really good exclusive content, which would pretty much just be, can we do like interviews and you get early access on the interviews type of thing, or something where, because we are never pushed by other people in the industry that are like above us. We're in that level where people around our level or below us will talk about us and have us on their stuff and push us, but we are not in that bubble of people who are in, and then like they bring us on their shows and they promote us and they talk about us. Like even with the kind of funny guys, John spends a lot of money sending them a deck for console wars, and just probably wasn't a big enough thing for them to try and set up a stream for, because you got to have different cameras and all that for being able to film card games and stuff, and our little card game's not worth all that type of effort, that type of thing. But if it was, Ben Starr did a card game, they'd figure it out. Oh my god, there are too many of these caches. There's just too much shit to go through all the time. Only issue with the game. There's too much loot sometimes. So I'm just leveling non-stop, which means non-stop loot. Yeah, I guess if there's anything we really have to work on outside of what we generally control, it would be trying to network better. Like, there are people that are from sites that I know have like 1/100th of our monthly views, if that. Not even a tenth. Like, if we're at 500 grand, they're at maybe 5 grand, and yet they've become friendly enough with people that they get brought in on stuff that we never are. So even if you're looking at it like, oh, maybe you don't have the reach, it's like, I don't think it's always about reach. I think it's just about being friendly and knowing people, and we just don't know anyone. Especially being so spread out and having a platform that most of the people in games coverage just don't like attached to our name. Doesn't help. Pretty much if Microsoft or Xbox does something shitty, it always pulls us down with it. Well, that's actually a pretty good chest. I guess I'll keep you. Have to start throwing some more stuff in the bank, though. Yeah, Console Wars was selling well when it first started, and now I think it's really slowed down because we don't have a marketing budget. So nobody that's if you're not a fan of us, you don't know that it exists. You got to spend money to make money, and we don't have a marketing budget, so it's rough. I think the only hope would ever be is if we could ever make like a video game version of it, but holy shit, do I have absolutely no idea how that works. So I would not expect it. It would be neat. I don't know who the hell would do it. I don't know how you get it done. I don't know who would pay for it. All those types of things are finding people to pay money to make games is almost impossible right now. So, oh, my back. Oh. The missus and our kid brought me a chocolate bar. I'll try to not get diabetes. But I will have a watermelon sour mint from Aldi. Thank God for Aldi. I could not afford to a food shop without it. It would probably mainly just be the if we can do the website memberships, Jay. We'll see how that's all set up and what we can do, and that'd be the main way. If it's going directly to us, there'd be no better way to support. Just that and the PayPal. Being community funded does mean we can do the stuff that isn't fully focused on like getting friggin' views on the website. It's focusing on getting views on the website has John feeling sick writing articles like he did today about a fucking tweet from the Arcane guy. Because we know from friends in the industry that those can absolutely blow up. Oh, I just have a tweet where the burnt peanut made a Dr. Disrespect joke. It got 100,000 views. It paid for our month. Like that type of dumb shit. Versus I wrote 6,000 words on why, you know, this game is so good. And it makes like, you know, 1,000 hits. Cool. But it was also like 80 hours of work compared to the 5 seconds of writing up a tweet article. Alright, damn it, lady. I don't like murdering women.
Or do I? I do. Not. You set my man on fire. I love it. Well done.
I'm sure Nick will want to ignore most of it, but there was a fair bit of news this week. We normally don't have news for Grubsmith because everyone's like, "Brrr." I'm fine. Everyone's on vacation. So news like isn't the focus. Swear to God, every time I go to scratch my back, these assholes come running up. Oh, you walked through the door. Weirdo. Yeah, Tony's Chocolonely are good, and I don't feel bad giving them money. I guess that's the nice thing with working in the industry and covering Xbox is I don't have to give Microsoft money. I guess I'm earning... They might earn some money from me reviewing their games, but I mean... Everyone's doing that, despite, you know... hating them. They're just... They're too good for coverage. You cannot ignore Microsoft. Because if website, like, if you look at the breakdown from gamesindustry.biz, and again, far and away most articles written about Xbox and Microsoft. Not even close. I think there were well over 300 grand. Nintendo as a whole was like 220 or something, and then oh, Calzells, people are too addicted to the drama of gaming. I can't say I'm fully out of touch with it either. Yeah, the drama sells, and that's why Microsoft and Xbox combined for so much more article-wise than anyone else does. Because there's just a lot of drama around them all the time.
Hostile assault.
Damn it, show me your head. What? How'd you get behind me? Yeah, we talk about it all the time, which is why it was funny when there were people at Resetera who were like, oh, those guys are always defending Microsoft in Gaza. And it was literally an episode of Headlines where myself and Ursula were constantly talking about it. Like, what the fuck? You gotta actually pay attention. I know because we have Xbox in the name, you think we're just a bunch of fanboys. But we were started by a Halo fanboy and a Nintendo fanboy. People who use the platform felt they knew it better than many people in the industry because we actually use it. Like, we're not just saying, why would anyone want to choose the Xbox platform? We know why. Because it is the best one to actually use. Especially if now you're on PC and console. But it was always the best platform. The easiest to use. It just worked. Like, all the people are like, oh, smart delivery is so stupid. Who cares? What do you mean it just works? It'll always just work. And then they all struggled miserably with how shitty the PlayStation ecosystem was. And now most of them don't use that anymore. They mostly swapped to PC. Because they're annoyed at just how goddamn annoying the PlayStation platform is to use. And even with how the Switch 2 is so impressive, it's never going to be the place you go to play third-party games. For them, that was always PlayStation. That's why they were always like, that's what I always use. Why would anyone want an Xbox? They would ask, and the answer is, if you're in the ecosystem, you know why. It's still, if you play a lot of games, and you're able to go to Amazon and just search gift card or monthly card, you can still get Game Pass for $20 a month. Ultimate. Drives me crazy, but yeah, and with next generation being pretty clear on what it's going to be now, of being that open hybrid, that no one else is doing the hybrid approach. Like the Steam machine isn't a hybrid; it's just a Linux PC. It's a cool little Linux box that is coming out at the worst time imaginable, so it's going to cost way too much money. That's the case for all of them. All of them are going to cost too much money because OpenAI decided to start an arms race to buy up like 40% of, was it SK Hynix and Samsung's NAND and RAM production. Not because they had to, but because they wanted to keep any competition from being able to match them, because they're desperate, because they don't make any money. Like, that is always the secret about OpenAI. The only money they really make is from insane investment. Not rational investment, but like completely insane, what the hell are you thinking investments are what's keeping them afloat. That is it. They are not a good investment at all. But they keep getting governments to invest, and that's why they still are around. Ow, I took a lot of damage there. I shouldn't have. Down. So, and that's like, why is everything super expensive? Because OpenAI knew that they're essentially a failure and were desperate to try and stop it. It sucks. It sucks real bad. It's just dumbest fucking timeline, man. But yeah, the Steam machine and the Steam frame have just the worst timing imaginable for trying to come out.
EMP jammer.
They're going to be, they could be twice as expensive as they would have been if the prices keep going up, and that is the case for everything. And to keep prices down, everything is going to cost the same, but have a hell of a lot less RAM in it. You're going to see like friggin' 4 gigabyte RAM phones coming back into fashion. And there's no reason for it. These aren't even orders of RAM for data centers that exist. They are orders of RAM for potential servers that could go into something eventually, except for no one actually has enough power to run all of the data centers that they want to build already. So it's essentially just billions and billions of dollars worth of parts being held hostage to try and stop OpenAI from having competition. About it. Really stupid. It really sucks. Everything about it is just the dumbest shit. Makes me mad every time I think about it. Like, I do think it's the type of thing where people are starting to get really mad if they're told there's like a data center being built around them. Because a data center being built around them means they are going to have their energy costs skyrocket. Like, it's already happening here. All of our energy costs are going up. Data centers all over the place. Nothing's changed. It's just us paying for government handouts to data centers. Really blows. Like, I really wanted to build a new CPU MOBO RAM combo next year, and I know I cannot do it. I'm lagging real bad because I'm barely ever hitting these people. and definitely dropping frames online. Not that late at night. It should be running okay. I think the Steam Machine, they were never trying to target it at the mass market. They've never targeted any of their hardware at the mass market. They didn't target the Steam Deck at the mass market. They didn't target the Index at the mass market. It was the media that tried to push it as a mass market device, and it's not that. They don't have retail presence. Maybe third parties will. But like their own hardware isn't going to be at retail. And now it's going to be way more expensive than they had thought it would be. Because like even if their initial orders are okay and aren't going up in cost, like any new orders are just going to be ridiculous.
Serious trauma detected.
And again, it is all incredibly stupid. Like we are constantly paying for rich people to make more money, while being told we can't have, you know, basic healthcare. But I digress. People will start saying that gets political, even though it is really going to affect every type of entertainment. Yeah, I cannot see a world where prices don't go up for everything, hardware-wise. Like the moment we got away from the tariffs, we went right into being stuck with SSD and RAM prices skyrocketing. And the one thing that like so many people that cover gaming just take it for granted that nobody wants an Xbox, and it's like we're 2 years into them not shipping them. That is the main reason. Maybe they don't want them, but they can't get them if they do. And that's, you know, Microsoft made it very clear they were sick of losing money on hardware. But it still always turns into just a given that, well, nobody wants it anyways, so they're going to have a really hard time selling a new one. It's like, man, that's just not the way it goes. I don't know. It's very frustrating that the same few takes end up empowering most of what you hear in the industry. Like for every Arthur Gies who actually is really knowledgeable and knows what's going on and doesn't play favorites, doesn't give a shit about any of the companies, understands why people would play where they play or not play where they don't play. There's 30 people who grew up absolutely loving one platform, and they just cannot understand why someone wouldn't use it. And it ends up coloring most of their interactions with stuff, and then half the time they end up going and working for those platforms or developers that they just happen to always give really good reviews to. Like when the guy who reviewed The Last of Us 2 for IGN gave it a 10 and then immediately was working for Naughty Dog. I don't know, it was a couple years later? If it was even a couple years, I forget. But, like, and then people who I would always see just gushing about how much they love Larian now, right at Larian. It's like, it's weird to me. It's weird when critics go into creation. Especially because I don't trust that their friends in the industry are ever going to be super honest about their work. How can you be? It's hard. It's really hard if your friend does shitty work. And it's hard to fight the urge to not want to tell them that they're amazing if they do amazing work. And in the end, it doesn't really matter. But it is fuel for the shittiest people that are out there that are always convinced that everyone's corrupt and Gamergate was a real thing. And it's like, yeah, you know, if I see Zoe Quinn's name pop up on something, I immediately kind of roll my eyes. She didn't deserve any of the friggin' harassment she got. No one does. But I have a hard time caring what some people say about stuff. Like the moment it became vogue to shit on Larry, and maybe they deserved every iota of it, I don't know. But there's just people you know are gonna pop up. But they become friends with a lot of people who cover games. And it just becomes this big circle jerk. Yeah, I guess I get that a lot of critics end up in creating the thing that they used to critique. Because, oh, excuse me, because they started critiquing it because they are so passionate about it. But then I see some try and go back into critiquing, or their stuff's being critiqued by people that were very much, oh, hiccups, oh no, dangerous. Holding breath. Oh, holding breath there. Hopefully that does it. And a lot of people look at it like, oh, you suck if you don't agree with what I say, and that's not the way it goes. It's does your final judgment match the words you're using, and do I believe that it's how you actually feel? Like, that's the bare minimum. If I'm reading someone's words and I don't actually believe they're saying, or that they know what they're talking about, at least to a bit, that's the only time I'm like, this sucks. And that doesn't happen a ton. God, I guess that friggin'... I had no idea that Escapist had fired everyone and was mostly a gambling website now. So at first I was like, oh wow, she's saying that Blueprints really did use AI. Huh? I had no idea. What the? Yeah. It was making the shooting sound even though I wasn't shooting. But then I found out, oh no, yeah, a year and a half ago or something, they fired everyone and brought people in, and this person writes a lot of bullshit, it seems, allegedly, supposedly, so... That sucks. Can't trust what you read from something that used to be good. That really blows. And it's every situation like that that happens. Just, ooh, free exotic cash. All right. It sucks because there's so many bad people, so many bad faith shitheads that are going to take any time something actually is bad and use it to their advantage to say like, oh, anyone I don't like because they're woke or some dumb shit is awful and evil and they're the shittiest and I hate them. I already have Sweet Dreams. I do. And it's very good. And this one is okay. All right. Nothing special. So it's just the exotic. So it's fuel for their incredibly shitty fire, which always really sucks. And yeah, so much of the AI debate has become, if you've used any form of it at all, you're dead to me. Where, trust me, the tech CEO bro, we're gonna fire everyone and replace them with robots stuff, absolutely. I am black and white on that sucking shit. Generative AI built using stolen assets and shit, or just in general, if it's used in any final product, absolutely agree. Dog shit, get it out of here. I think generative AI for writing sucks in general. I don't think it should ever be used. It's never good. It's always soulless and very obvious. The only time generative AI is like, I don't give a shit, is if you've built models off of your own work to use as placeholders. At that point, I'm like, sure, a placeholder is normally just something, a friggin' ridiculous file you downloaded online or a little doodle or something anyways. Who cares if you're not stealing other people's work? But then the AI discussion gets roped into anything, including tools that have been around for 30, 40 years with procedural generation and shit. And everyone starts saying anything with AI and you're dead to me. And it's like, well, you guys have put everything under the AI umbrella, mainly because tech CEO executive dipshits have done that to try and sell their, bullshit generative stuff that actually sucks at pretty much everything. And there are some people who are like, yep, I generate a bunch of real basic random, or not random, a bunch of basic boring code in something like Claude, and then I'll go and I'll touch it up and it saves me some time. And that's about the only time you hear something actually save somebody time. But even then, you would be ineligible for the Indie Awards. And the Indie Awards thing is confusing because, man, I don't think it was ever hidden that they had used, like, the story about them using generative AI for placeholder things, like when they were a tiny team, that story was old. It was not a new story. So having the whole awards, giving them their awards, and then making a very big show of stripping their awards just kind of felt, and I have no idea, I haven't looked into it, but an organization that teamed up with IGN who has a literal generative AI platform being like, you can't have any AI in your game or it's out, is I understand it's their rules. It's not an overreach or anything weird like that. It's just, it could be a can of worms, because I think all it's going to do for most is incentivize them to never admit to using anything. You can have the best intentions with a rule set and really believe and think it's right, and just human nature is going to turn it into shit in some way. Not saying they shouldn't do it, and just like, the moment you wade into it with that publicly strong of a take, it's like, why couldn't you just have done a little bit of work to look into it ahead of time? How did you not know that that company's backed by Palmer Luckey for the guy's Game Boy game he made that's being printed by the friggin' Mod Retro shitbag company? Like, Palmer Luckey likes being a guy who gets people murdered in warfare. You can do a little bit of vetting. If you're going to have a whole award show, it's on you as much as it is on the other people. And you are in bed and working with companies that are extremely pro-AI. This makes me shrug. Shit. Gotta break the servers? What do I gotta do here? How do I stop these dogs? Ow!
System curtailed.
Wait. Well, now he's hurt from that thing, even though I couldn't shoot him.
System reactivated.
That worked. Pick that up. Oh, I got some apparel keys, didn't I? Yeah, you just gotta be consistent now that you've got that rule set. I'm fine with it, but you've gotta be consistent with it, and I think it's gonna be a very hard thing to know or be consistent about. I guess it struck me the wrong way that it's like, the moment they said, oh, we didn't know, I was like, man, I've known since April? Most people who followed that game have known since April? Like, you couldn't pay a little bit of attention? Couldn't do a little bit of digging? I don't know. not saying they did it on purpose, but I also doubt that they're too. I don't think they're heartbroken that they got a whole bunch of publicity and positive coverage over it. Outside of that god-awful escapist article or op-ed. I do see people get very mad if you intimate that in some fashion or form what people will call AI is being used in many video game productions. Probably not in like single person or tiny little team independent stuff. But even there, pretty good chance. Like, it's not impossible that it's being used. In fact, more likely than not for some, especially once you hit the AA and AAA level. Like, every EA game has it because EA is all in. 1000% in on generative AI over there at EA. Which is very funny because everyone's like, yeah, fuck Call of Duty and Activision. They use generative AI and their shit. It looks terrible. It's like, yep, fuck them, and it does look terrible. But don't back the other people thinking they're any better. They are not. There's already a generative AI looking thing in Battlefield 6 because of course there is. Because half of EA's sales pitch to the Saudis was, we are going to save so much money with AI. Holy shit, you guys. Now you're looking at our numbers. They look a little cooked, but don't worry, AI. And they went, oh, AI, huh? All right. We love hearing those words. Those are money words. You don't have to actually, do anything with it. Just say the words. And we'll buy you. We'll give you money. Can't give you $20 for healthcare, but we can give you $1 million if you say the word AI.
System back online. System curtailed.
And I will maintain the fact that the stock market, essentially the financial... Oh! Sherez with the 666 free money. Goddamn Doom in the Dark Ages rules. I'm just gonna say it. I stand by my very positive review of that game because I think that game's great. But yeah, the financial market is essentially and has always been fantasy football for business people. Like it rarely actually makes any sense.
Got it.
It's mostly just feels. This feels like a good investment for like 90% of it. Thank you, Sherez. Oh, good night, Cals. Sorry I missed that. I was talking to myself too much. Yeah, Sherez. I figured I'm done working for the year outside of writing Fallout Season 2 reviews. Second one goes live in 3.5 hours. I'm just watching the episode the day before and then writing it up. And then when episodes 7 and 8 hit, it'll be the following morning I'll watch and write it up. Because I've been given 1 through 6 like everyone else, but I don't have episodes 7 and 8. So I can't do those ones ahead of time. And they don't air until 3 a.m. my time. So it would really fudge my sleep schedule up if I stayed up and watched them live. And then wrote an article and then went to bed at like 4:30 a.m. I don't think it matters. I don't think a bajillion people are going to click on it because I got it up 3 or 4 hours before anyone in the main place where people read other stuff is even awake. But also, Halo Edge of Dawn book review, now live. Solid book. It is a bridge book. I saw somebody on Windows Central tweeted that it's like the sequel to Halo Infinite was a book. This shouldn't happen. It's like, it's not the sequel. It is a minor story that is kind of well, nothing really happened, but it gave a lot of information about what happened in Infinite and about the Endless and other stuff. And it set up a sequel really well. Story, which is exactly what those bridge books should be. Was it First Strike? Was that between Halo and Halo 2? Like, you've got an interesting plot. You've got an interesting through line. There's a full story in this book. but it's not something that sets the overall narrative that if you miss it, you're going to be annoyed. It's not the Forerunner trilogy giving you all the backstory that you do not get in the game about two of its main characters. So, it's good. It's a good book. Kelly Gay is a very good writer. I don't know if she's written Chief before or much. What she did with Halo Epitaph is a miracle. To have taken that book and used it to somehow tie together Halo 4, Halo 5, and Halo Infinite in an unbelievable... I'm not pressing anything. I'm not even shooting. Weird bug. And she tied Halo 4 through 6 into a coherent, incredibly satisfying narrative with the Didact and the Warden Eternal. That is right. The Warden Eternal. Being a really cool character in a book was not on my my list, but he did it. She did it somehow. I don't know how. Outside of just being a very talented writer, I guess that's how she did it. It's an awesome book. And then she did this one, which I think is her first time writing Chief, and she nailed the... especially the old Chief, where I think like Troy Denning really hasn't. Chief always seems a little too stiff or a little too dumb. And there's this loving focus on the tactical stuff, which I get. But also, I like her take where he's essentially just so good and so experienced in combat that it's routine for him to the point of being boring. Like, he's just like, okay, I'm going to do this. All right, I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to do this. And it's going to work. All right, shit. Well, this isn't going to work. We're going to have to figure something out. Not the lovingly crafted long battle scenes that others do. There's good combat, but it's like, God damn, is he good. And he has done this a lot. He knows exactly what to do in all these situations. And the audiobook is mainly voiced by Nicholas Roy, who voiced Fernando Esparza, Echo 216, the pilot in Halo Infinite. He does all the narration as well as doing Esparza. And then you got the actual voice actors for Cortana, for Chief. You got Steve Downs, you got Jen Taylor, and the epilogue is called The Harbinger's Lament. And you get like a 5-minute long, amazing, insanely fact-filled speech from Deborah Wilson. Just friggin' nails every voice role she does. Because the Harbinger's still very dead, so it's just like, you killed her in Infinite, she's not back as some zombie thing, I thought maybe the Endless meant she could not die and she comes back or something, but no, it's something even cooler. That you should, maybe buy the audiobook or rent it from your local library. It was awesome. And Halo Epitaph was read by the Didact voice actor. So that is one I would love to someday go back and listen to. I didn't know that. They sent me 2 books. I think they sent me a work print, and then they sent me the final copy on one of them. That might have been Rubicon Protocol. Yeah, Halo Epitaph is probably my favorite Halo book, in the sense that I can't believe it exists and that it worked. Like telling someone, hey you, take this unbelievably dense Forerunner mythology that was built up in the Forerunner trilogy, and then somehow weave it through the events of Halo 4, Halo 5, and Halo Infinite, and have it be awesome the entire time. Oh yeah, and take the Warden Eternal, who no one liked, and turn him into a major character in it. And she did it. Damn, I don't have the key. There, this is the 33rd book, I believe. 33rd Halo book. You don't have to read all of them. I would say read all the Kelly Gay ones. They're all good. Her first books were... they starred the daughter of Ryan... Is his name Ryan Forge? I forget her name. She might have been Ryan, or he was Ryan. The daughter of the guy who sacrifices himself at the end of Halo Wars. Forge. His last name. I gotta look it up now. I don't remember if he was for Ryan Forge or she's Ryan Forge. Ryan Forge. She is Ryan Forge. Who's her dad? Her name's Lucy Orion Forge. Her dad was, oh god, John Forge. Well, that's fucking lazy. Yeah, the Ryan Forge books, I'll just spoil them because they're not new. I'll spoil a little tiny thing about them. They star 343 Guilty Spark. He's back. Because everyone can always come back when they're in Ancilla in some way. But they star 343 Guilty Spark, and they give him a full character arc, and he is awesome. And he, like, very satisfying arc for him.
Hostage situation.
He ends up getting a really cool fighting robo body at one point. The books with the Ryan Forge books from Kelly Gay are really good, and what got me into covering Halo books again. And then there was Outcasts, which was the Arbiter and Olympia Vale from Halo 5. You immediately died. You loser. No! You're up. Oh, no, she's dead. Oh, that sucks. You suck, lady. How the hell did you die? But yeah, somehow making Chakwas, making 343 Guilty Sparks into an ancient human as his backstory, and then bringing him back, old Chakwas, giving him a really cool plot line with, randomly enough, a daughter of a character from the Halo spin-off that, I don't know if she existed in the game or not, I don't remember. It all worked.
Drone detected.
Yeah, she's writing the big ones, the books that connect shit. I hope she's in the writing room, the writer's room for the next Halo game. Shit she came up with in Edge of Dawn is awesome. Wow, what an ambush. The shit she came up with, that one was great. I've always been curious, how do they figure that stuff out? Hey, there's the last floor I needed. Nice. Like, obviously the author comes up with most of it, but it's also got to be canon, so how do you keep canon? Now, that was Kiki Wolfkill's thing for a long time, helping keep canon straight across everything, and then kind of giving up on it on the TV show. Yeah, the books are good. Also, that audiobook's only 9 hours long, even though it's like 330-something pages, because essentially when you've got the main characters doing their own voices, you don't have to say, and the Master Chief said. You just have Steve Downes start talking, and then it's like, the Master Chief is saying. You know it. So that saves a lot of time, I'm sure. Oh, wow, crap, it's already been 90 minutes. Alright. Last exotic, no, I'll get one more in the year, if I do it next week. Last exotic of the stream, because I don't have another way to get another one. Shock, oh, I don't know what that is. Something new? No, fuck, I do have it. I forgot it existed. Damn it. While Shocker Punch is equipped, the stun received by the agent from the shock status effect will be reduced by 50%. Using a shield will give 100% to melee damage. Using St. Elmo's engine with the holster will give 100% extra melee damage and will make the next melee attack to apply shock to the target. Use all three items. Using all three items will offer all of the above bonuses, and the shock from the melee attack will have a 5-meter range. Shocker Punch, a shield, and St. Elmo's engine. That is very specific. But alright, that one's mostly full, and this one here is not mostly full. So this one's better. Oh, maybe sometime I'll try a shield build with St. Elmo's engine and Shocker Punch. Why not? Well, I guess because, man, the actually best freaking shield setup I have by far is using a chest that makes everything close to me that's bleeding heal me. And so I use a weapon that makes everything bleed. And then I just heal nonstop. Any fun plans for Christmas? Get away from complaining about how terrible video game coverage is. If we ever do change the name, I will feel bad. I do want people to know if we did. It's literally something we have wanted to do since 2020, but it was just so much work. It would probably have to be everything. Like, I figured if we ever change the name, we'd also change the name of the podcast. Which hopefully wouldn't drive people crazy, but it'd be weird to have like the XboxEra podcast still, because we wouldn't start up a PlayStation or a Switch podcast. The XboxEra podcast already talks about everything. It is already the main podcast. XboxEra Headlines is already an agnostic show when it comes to platforms. So if we eventually change the name, it really wouldn't be about covering more platforms as much as getting away from having era in the name, because we all hate Resetera. It would be good to get away from having someone else's IP in the name, because if we ever did anything that pissed off Microsoft in any way, they could go at us for having Xbox in the name. And it would, I think, make it easier for us to just write up news about everybody without people losing their mind. Because as is, if I write a PlayStation news story, if it's not a game that's coming to Xbox, like Marathon or Helldivers, people will get annoyed, and it's stupid. Because, like, it's just the news. It's just, you're here on a video game website, here's video game news. And then we could just cover everything, cover sales, you know, do SEO, and people wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not clicking on when is The Division 3 coming to Switch because this is an Xbox website. How would they know? Type of thing. So, return to Washington. That's 15 floors. Done. Also, it would be really cool to get to do reviews on everything without it being an issue. I would love to review Saros. I really like Returnal. I might end up doing a text review of Returnal because I really like that game. It's very good. Oh, Battle Pass. And more apparel keys, like always. I would have really liked to review Ghost of Yote, though the timing would have been pretty rough. But I liked Tsushima, and Yote looks a lot better. So that would have been fun. I don't know what the hell else I have coming. I don't really care about MLB The Show. I know I did a few of them, but I really didn't care. I played it a lot for the review, and then I would almost never touch it again after that. Nada. The only person who's played so far today. Yeah, it would be neat. I doubt we would ever get on Nintendo's list. I've heard their list is very hard to get on. But even then, it would be fun. And people are like, Nick could review stuff. It's like, well, Nick doesn't have any time. So no. Unless we were ever able to hire Nick, Nick would not be able to just review Nintendo games. But we have people on the team that would like to. I don't even have a Switch. I don't even have a PlayStation anymore. My kid took it when he moved. So the deal I have is, if I can get Saros from PlayStation PR, I will borrow your PlayStation. I will borrow both of your controllers, because that shit dies real quick. And I will then let you have my account be the home PlayStation. So you get Saros for free. Hey, and he was cool with that, so that'd be neat. But it's also adding on more work for a website that is as heavily worked as two people who treat it like a full-time job and a bunch of volunteer workers who have other jobs can do. I'm very proud of what we've done this year. Yeah, no, that would be me. Or maybe Ursel or Cengiz. Nick is still incredibly picky on what he would review anyways. If Nick was ever to work with us full-time, his focus would be memberships, whether it's through our website or Patreon. That his focus would be on trying to grow that, I think. Which would be great, because then we can make content we like instead of focusing on news aggregation and SEO, because those are boring as shit and I hate doing them. But yeah, my plans for Christmas are no Halo days or no Merry Gearsmas because of Netflix. If you missed it earlier, they're doing their Stranger Things drop at 8 p.m. my time Christmas evening, which is when I normally used to stream, which means I'm going to be sitting over there watching that. So apologies ahead of time. No Christmas evening, no New Year's stream. Unless Stranger Things New Year's drop isn't the exact same time, but I'm going to guess it is. So that's why I'm trying to do this one. And maybe I'll do one Friday and we'll have the podcast Saturday. And I'll try and do some stuff next week. Headlines is back on January 6th. Well, there's already like 5 news stories. Fortunate passing of the incredibly, maybe the most influential in like FPS history, Vince Zampella, a whole bunch of other stuff. There'll be lots to talk about then. And we will be around. I know John's been pretty sick, so he hasn't been able to do much. We have been planning to do some hangouts and stuff. Fortunately, while I will be here tomorrow morning, so maybe I can do something in the morning, depending on when I wake up. We will see. Otherwise, I'll probably see you guys Friday, Saturday. Definitely Saturday. But, yeah, not on Christmas like I would like to do normally. I'll think of something. I'll be around. I'm going to be here all day Christmas. But I'm going to be super busy, like I imagine plenty of you might be, if you so partake in festive gift giving, whether it's religious or not. We're not a religious household. We just do it because we like giving the kids gifts. But thank you everyone for hanging out with me tonight. This was a bunch of impromptu late night fun. I'm going to go up in bed and hug the missus, even though she's probably asleep. And she'll go, But I will see you soon. Have a wonderful holidays, a Merry Christmas, and I'll see y'all next time. Ciao for now.